All right, greetings, everyone. Welcome to our live broadcast and official release of our new video. Many of you may have seen the media release we put out today announcing the launch of a media campaign, and we're starting off with a new video that we've created. Today, I have Dennis Burgess
Hello,
joining
everybody.
us. Greetings, Dennis. How are you?
Greetings, greetings. I'm doing well. Doing well.
All right.
Good to be on the
Give
show.
thanks again. Appreciate it, Dennis. Thank you for joining us this evening. It's been quite a journey, and we're very appreciative of all the support that we've been able to receive in the community. And I'll just say the inspiration for this tonight is the fact that we realize that all around the world, media has been used to generate narratives. Media has been used to influence people one way or another. Media has been used in many regards to set the tone, whether the tone is around fear, whether the tone is around positive energy or negative energy. It's media has really dictated, and we recognize collectively that we would need a comprehensive campaign in order to address a lot of the concerns that are evident in the community. At what point it was sufficient to just speak out on any one of the issues that are present within the community. And what we've realized over time that there are so many issues, there are so many different challenges that are arising that we needed to take a few steps back and look at something far more comprehensive to address the concerns and make sure that we're providing leadership and representing the interests and concerns of people. So tonight, again, is the beginning of the launch of our campaign. There is an inspirational video that we're going to share tonight. Those of you who are joining us, you will be the first to see this video. It has yet to be released publicly. And it's just talking about the social and economic impact. And what we've recognized from the comments that we received in the community is that many people are feeling like the social impact and the economic impact has largely been overlooked. Obviously, the primary concern in a pandemic is always going to be around health, and we definitely recognize that. However, there are many parts to our community, there are many parts to our country, just as there are many parts to us as people. And short of us addressing as many of those parts as possible, then we can find ourselves not only lacking, but compromised in many ways. And it's from that our efforts were really born. Because while lots of attention was being given to some areas, it appeared that energy was lacking in several others. So Dennis, I don't know if you want to share any words or insights in regard to that.
Yeah.
Or your thoughts about tonight.
Well, first of all, thank you for inviting me to be a part of this. It's definitely, this is a needed platform. I believe that to reach people by media is the way to go. And so many people are in trouble. There is a storm that is brewing off of our shores. Um, Also, what's happening now to us, and I believe the video will show that we're in a quandary, and we need to be able to find our way out of this. And there is a separation between us and other people. We've been divided, and we need not be. So this really is about trying to bring people together, so that we can come out of our separate camps and come from out of our walls and join hands together. And let's get together and win this. Win this war that we're in, this situation that we're in. We need to bring it to a resolution. And so that's what I'm looking forward to seeing here tonight in this. So I believe the video is inspirational. I think it's well done, and kudos to those who did it. All local talent. So, goes to show you Bermuda's got some chutzpah, some talent, and we don't need to go outside. We're right here, live, to do what we have to do. So let's do it.
Well, give thanks, Dennis. And what I like to say is that many people have questioned the relevance of the whole movement, even the relevance of the Bermuda Freedom Alliance. I myself was asked to assist because initially a lot of their efforts were being misconstrued publicly, and people were trying to, I guess, put the Bermuda Freedom Alliance in a box of like anti-vax, anti-mask type people. And it's very important that we move away from those types of narratives and we give energy to the outcomes and the scenarios that we would like to see. So really, our efforts are not here to convince anyone, to change people's minds. We just have recognized that there are large segments in the community that are left unrepresented, that have no leadership. And as a result, we have garnered support from the community to fill that void. Even tonight, the inspiration is for this video just came from a need to really show support or give support or inspire those who are feeling alone in their thoughts, in their sentiments, in their concerns. As a person who has spent the majority of my adult life in the community, I would find myself feeling the pain within the community. We all recognize that, people that are close to us, we can feel them. We can feel when they're going through hardship. We can feel when they're feeling joy. Even we have pets, we can feel when they're sad, when they're troubled, and we're all connected as people. And as a result of the fact that I've always stayed very close to the community, I would find myself like pondering at night or wake up mornings, really like feeling the sentiment within the community, feeling the loneliness, feeling the confusion, feeling the fear. And that's what really inspired the audio behind this video. And just to let everyone know, this video that we're going to shoot tonight was created using the original audio from a radio show. Yeah, we were on the outlet a few months ago. And that morning, I just felt inspired to write. I started to just put down notes. I was really feeling heavy, and I was really feeling the pain within our community. And when I got on the radio, it's like that's the message just came through me. And afterwards, it was like, wow, people were saying, wow, that was pretty powerful. And like you said, Dennis, give thanks for all the talent that we have in the country, because some others who were very close to the movement got involved and started creating a video out of that audio. And we're hoping that as a result of that, that people will recognize that they do have support, that others do feel like them. People will feel inspired by the video to stand strong, firm in their convictions. Because that's the challenge we're facing, because the coercion, because the pressure, because the fear mongering is so intense that if we're not strong within ourselves, we can find ourselves buckling to the pressure. And that's why we exist. Again, we're not here to try to convince anyone. We're not here to make argument. We're not against anyone. We are here to support people who feel the way that we feel. And we feel that there are grave injustices in the community. And we feel that this pandemic has created division, just as you were talking about, Dennis.
Yeah, yeah,
And it's all unnecessary. It didn't have to go this way.
yeah.
And hopefully this video can inspire us to start acting in ways that actually bring resolve to these challenges that have emerged out of the pandemic. You know?
Yeah.
So we want to make sure that we give everyone strength. I just see a comment coming in now. Iron sharpens iron. Don't grow weary. And we recognize that this is a long road. And that's why we've gone into developing a campaign, because this is not something that we're able to resolve overnight. This is something that is taking time. And so with that in mind, we need to make sure that we're as prepared as possible to move forward. So for everybody that's here, I want to thank you for joining us. We're sharing this video with you in the hopes that you in turn will share it with all of your friends and family. We would like to know your thoughts about the video, so please feel free to share your comments. Please let us know how you're feeling. Please let us know what you think about what we're doing. And if you have any ideas that can help us to spread this message all around the country and all around the world, then please let us know. You know? So Dennis, I don't know if you have any other questions or comments.
Yeah, I just want to echo the things that you've said. I agree with all of it, 100%. Personally, I have, as you talked about, feeling the intensity of the things that are happening around us. And there's a lot of voices that are not being heard because people are afraid to come out of their homes, out from between the walls to actually speak. Even in public places, they'll talk one amongst each other, but they're afraid to speak publicly for fear of losing jobs and whatever it is they have. So it is important that we speak for those who want to speak but cannot speak because of the fear. And there are people who have lost an awful lot in this pandemic. And they're kind of a silent group. Once they go off into this place where they've lost something, and for example, if they lose a house, once they've moved out of the house, people no longer think about them, and some of them have gone homeless. Some people are couch surfing. They're going from friends' homes to sleep. Some in their cars. Some people are sleeping in trees. And these people don't have voices, and they are being lost in the narrative. So this is necessary, and we cannot afford to lose any Bermudian, anybody who is a resident here, even if you're a worker, a guest worker in our country, you're a resident here. We speak for you who have lost your voice because you're afraid of losing your income or your job. So this is why this exists. This is why we're here. And again, it's not to argue. It's not to fight with anybody about anything. It's to give those who do not have a voice, their voice.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Dennis. And we're just about to start the video. It's something that we're very excited about. We're happy that you guys have joined us so that we can share this, or so that you can share this experience with us. And again, let us know what you think about the video right after we show it. The title of it is Dark Cloud, Unity is Strength.
Shining outside, but there's
Okay, sorry about that, everyone. That was a mistake. We had the volume turned down. Let's start that again for you. All right, here we go.
these are very dark times in Bermuda. The sun may be shining outside, but there's a really ominous cloud looming over the country, and who feels it knows it. And we feel it, and we know there are a lot of people who feel it as well. We're experiencing a pandemic that should to have led to loud cries for us to come together, because unity is strength. Instead, it's being used to divide us, divide families, divide friends, divide work colleagues. It's literally tearing us apart. A recovery process fit for the skill and experience of our health professionals instead has been run by politicians and public health officials who have consciously or unconsciously spread fear and uncertainty all around the world. All of a sudden, countries like the United States have become our moral compass, leading the way with targeted ad campaigns, PR stunts, and appearances made by formerly well-respected public figures, key influencers, paid actors, even doctors and physicians who have been used to coerce our people. Prize giveaways, raffles, vouchers, money, travel, hotel stays, even herb has been used as an incentive. And the threat of lockdowns coupled with mandates that pose a direct threat to our freedoms, our liberties, and our livelihoods have been used to whip us into submission until we follow the very narrow guidance being handed down to countries all around the world. Despite the absence of morality, clear breaches in ethics, and the creation of conditions that make informed consent all but impossible, anyone who questions anything or anyone who shares views other than the status quo narrative finds themselves censored, targeted, and attacked by governments and the media with the intent to damage their credibility. Where is the openness and objectivity? Where are the conversations? Where is the collaboration? And where is the data and rationale to support our current approach? It's very difficult to make sense out of any of this. And for anyone who is really analyzing the data, it just doesn't add up. I'm really hoping that we can pull out of this. It's almost like a spell has been cast over our country. This is not a situation that we should be allowing to divide us. We have to rise above this. We're fighting each other when we're not even each other's enemies. We've misplaced, right, our energies on targets that are not real. We're here to support each other, and even those of us who have shown the courage to speak publicly, we are here in an effort to bring us together. Our efforts, rather than to condemn, are to encourage. We need more conversation. We need more collaboration. Unity is strength. And only through listening and understanding can we create the conditions for respect. And the more we respect each other, the more we will learn, the more we grow, and the better the situation will be for everyone. So with that, I would like to encourage all the listeners to really take that to heart. We can all find ourselves falling prey to external forces. Let's reclaim our power, and let's center and focus our intent and make sure that it's all positive. Let's lead with love. Let's be love. Let's be peace. Let's be unity. That's real strength. Give thanks.
Well done.
All right. So there we have it. I just dropped a YouTube link in the chat. So for anyone watching, please feel free to share. I see the comments rolling in now. Let's see. I'm trying to keep up. Yeah, thank you guys. I really appreciate it. So we made this video. It's not very long. We know nowadays that we're told that we have very short attention spans. So it's about a 5-minute video. And we'd like for you guys to share this as much as possible. And really let all your friends and family, we hope that it's something that people can appreciate, even those who may not have agreed with the sentiments that many of us share. Hopefully they can look at that and start to at least understand a bit, like how people are feeling or why people have concerns, you know. What I found is that there's not necessarily like a lot of effort to really discredit people for the positions that they have, but the sense that we've had in the community is that people feel like their position is not being supported. So, and that's where we come in, because it's like, it's fine for people to have their positions, but like, why are we discriminating? Why are we telling people that in one sense that their position is valid and telling other people that there's no room for their position, or their position has no validity at all? And that was really like the inspiration behind the work that we're doing and the inspiration behind the video. So Dennis, what are your thoughts on it? Any comments, any things that stood out for you?
Yeah, you know, the video speaks about, I think the comment in there is, despite the absence of morality, clear breaches in ethics and the creation of conditions that make conformed consent all but impossible. People, as you mentioned in the video, it talks about people have lost credibility. You make a mention about where's the collaboration? How is it that we've been left out of the conversation and have been forced to the back of the bus, basically, and told to sit down and keep quiet, and no one asks us what is required. We are the people out here who have to live under the rules that are passed, and yet we're never asked. And you would think that 40 people, 40 men, elected men and women sitting in a room could get it right, but it's, you know, I'm not picking on anything particularly, but there are times when it gets wrong and people get left behind. And the minute you know that somebody in your society is being left behind, you should leave the 99 and go after the one sheep that is lost, that seems to be left out. I think that's the sentiment of how we should be going after things. So I believe that this movement here, or what we're doing here, is a call to the ones who are left behind, those of you out there who seem to be, who have no voice. Again, and it doesn't matter if you're a Bermudian citizen or you're a guest worker or you're a visitor, a long-term visitor. If your voice is silenced because you're fearful of something, just know that that's why we're here, to do this. So, Eugene, how do you see us being able to go? What should we do from here, in your opinion?
Well, there's a few things. First, I just want to let everyone know, thank you again for everyone for joining us. But we have a document laid out that we'll be sharing with everyone that has the entire transcript of the film. So all the words in the video are there. Also links to the video on numerous platforms. As was stated in the video, we've become accustomed to the fact that censorship has become a real thing these days. So, you know, I don't know how much YouTube would appreciate this, but we also have it on other platforms. So we want to give you all the links just to make sure that, you know, regardless of what happens from now on, you will still have ways to have access to it. Even download links, so you can download it, or encourage others to download the video as well, just to make sure that we still have it and it stays alive. So that's the first thing that I feel we should do. So I see some people saying they will share it already, so we appreciate that and encourage you to share it locally and internationally, because as we've noticed from the media, these are things that people are going through all around the world. So we're not alone in terms of our sentiment or our experience. And, you know, I think in terms of next steps, if we look at the end, or if we reflect on the end of the video, and I'm sure, you know, many of you will look at the video over and over. I know I've looked at it I countless times already, and it seems like it's just as impactful when I watch it as it was the very first time that I saw it. But it talks about we're here to support each other, you know, and it talks about the importance of unity. And your point, Dennis, about no one being left behind is very important. And from a leadership perspective, leadership is all about representation. And as leaders, you know, as people, we make error. And so the expectation is not that anyone is ever going to be perfect. But if you recognize that you've made error, it's important to have the capacity to change course or alter your course, you know. And it's also important for us to make sure that we're holding our leaders accountable. We are the opposition. They work for us. We don't work for them. And if they're doing things, they're meant to be doing things in our interest. That's what they were elected for. That's the promise and the commitment that they made to the community at large. So who holds them accountable in that regard? Really, the responsibility comes down to us. So we need to continue to make it clear what our concerns are. We need to stand firm in our position. And most importantly, we need to work together. So let's support each other. Make sure that all of us who are feeling left out are not alone. Make sure that people recognize that there are people in the community like us who are providing support and are putting structures in place to make sure that people can get access to the services or the support that they need. You know, we have to be very comprehensive in what we're doing, and to be comprehensive is going to require collaboration. You know, no one of us can handle this task on our own. That's why each of us are equally important in this movement. So the key thing that I feel the takeaway from the video is really about the unity, it's about the collaboration, it's about the working together, it's about the positive energy, it's about us being centered and very clear in what our position is, and developing the capacity to stand firm. And then most importantly, making sure that we are reflecting the energy and the actions that we wish to see in the community. We have to be the change that we want to see. So if we're concerned about discrimination, let's make sure that we remove that from our actions, from our words, you know, from our intent. Let's make sure that we represent the love, where we represent the unity, the togetherness in everything that we do. And let's be shining lights that help others to see the wisdom in it, because this has become a lot more than a pandemic. You know, we're in a situation like where we're pushing back against control. You know, so it's important for us to really stand together, and it's important for us to give energy to the outcomes that we would like to see, because that's the only way that they'll be able to manifest. So hopefully efforts like this, videos like this, conversations like this, inspire people who are afraid to use their voice. In the video, it also talks about reclaiming our power. And that's very important, because we have to speak things into existence. That's a real scenario. I know we use these sayings and things of that nature, but that's a real scenario. We need to speak things into existence. That's the power we possess. Our actions, our influence, our words. You know, so again, let's take it back to us. Let's think about everything that we can do. Start from sharing the video, start from the conversations that we have, start from looking at the people in our circles who we can support, you know, and make sure that we're supporting people as much as we possibly can. And in that, we'll find that our actions will inspire others to do the same. So other things that are going on. Tomorrow, I've been given the opportunity to be on the Daily Hour. That's an online show. We will try to post the links online so that you guys can jump on. It's something that's also carried on channel 82. It happens at 8 a.m. So my interview should be probably around 20 minutes after that I'll be able to come on. So that's tomorrow. You can tune in to the Daily Hour for more conversation, and encourage people to tune in as well. I will also say that on Sunday, we're looking to do another live at 10 a.m. on Sunday and give an update. There hasn't been much activity since Cup Match, but there's a lot of things that's happened. There are a lot of things that have been revealed. from a number of governments, from different authorities, things that are really game changers in our view. And we want to engage in conversation and discuss all those things that have evolved. So that's on Sunday at 10. Just as an update, Michael Watson and Sophia Cannonier, who I'm sure all of you are familiar with, they returned to court on Monday. So look out for any information on that. It is public, so I believe people can go to the court, but we'll be giving updates on that as well. That's on Monday. For those of you who have been following the Beyond the Pandemic series, we had a media conference about 3 weeks ago, and we're going to do part 2 of that media conference on Tuesday evening at 8 p.m. That's going to be live on the Beyond the Pandemic YouTube channel and on the Facebook page, so tune in to that. And this week, we started conversations in the community. You know, we've had our first series on Beyond the Pandemic around health professionals. We are about to start filming interviews with people in the private sector and entrepreneurs to start looking at the economic impact. And this week, we started what we're calling community conversations, speaking with people in the community about their experiences, about their concerns, and about their suggestions for how we can get beyond the pandemic. We recognize that the series take time, and we didn't want to wait until the end of the private sector and entrepreneur series before we got to community. So we started it by doing it online. So anyone who's interested in getting involved in any of these things, anyone who wants a printout about everything that I just shared so that you can have it noted in your calendar, just email the Bermuda Freedom Alliance at bermudafreedomalliance@gmail.com. If you would like to assist with what we're doing, we'd be happy to have you involved. Obviously, our media campaign is going to require funds in order to buy ad space and to create more content, to share valuable information. So anyone who is interested in supporting our campaign, just email us and we can send you links. You can do direct deposits. You can support our GoFundMe campaign. You know, or even we have people who are in the community, you know, anybody who's involved, you want to give them cash. So we're happy to take any contributions because everything that comes in, we're pouring it right back into the community and our efforts to provide assistance. So again, reach out, go on our YouTube channel and subscribe, like the Facebook page so you can stay in touch with everything that's going on. But those are our next actions. And we're here to just provide information, to raise awareness, to help to educate people so that people can make informed choices going forward. Anything else, Dennis?
Very good. I think you've said it all, sir. I just would underline the support that Sophia and Michael need on Monday. Please don't leave them hanging because they are fighting for the freedoms of all Bermudians. So it's not just about them. So please add your support to that. Everything we're doing is about our Bermuda. This is our home. So, you know, we love our island. There's no place like it. And we just want to see our people free and walking in the purposes they were designed to walk in. So let's go with that.
Well, give thanks, Dennis. And thank you, everyone who's been involved tonight. Thank you for joining us. We said we will keep this brief, so we'll keep that promise. And again, we're going to share the links. We're going to share the transcript. This is already going out to all the media. And please share this as much as possible, not just in Bermuda, but share it all around the world because people all around the world are going through the same thing. And it's very important for us not only to connect with others locally, but to connect with others internationally. So thank you again for joining us. We appreciate everyone. We encourage you to support however we can, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow morning and on our live that we do on Sunday morning as well. Give thanks, peace and love.